That was fun. Only my only my voice as weird as that game was.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Mm,
But I mean, when we actually start playing the Invisible Sun, we'll get to explore all of the craziness.
hmm That'll be after Christmas, most likely. But
Yeah,
especially because now I'm gonna have my Wrath and Glory game back. So,
you are.
well, yeah, that's what Kyle wants to play. That's what we're playing on Wednesday. Okay. I told you
She's
this.
sick. Bear with her.
Yeah.
I've been sick today. I'm sorry. It kind of went through one ear out the other.
Yeah, but
All
okay.
right, we're playing on Wednesday though.
Yeah, we were playing on Wednesday.
Okay. Do
Uh,
I still have my character sheet, or are we doing new characters?
we'll use the same characters. We'll pick up right where we left off 3 months ago.
Okay.
I didn't actually know that Kyle wanted to play more because honestly, you know,
I'm glad he wants to play
yeah.
more. Is it just going to be him and myself, or someone else joining us?
Yes, it'll be until I think I could convince Chester over here to join us once his vacation is done.
Yes. Once I'm back from vacation,
hmm
Sounds good.
Randomly, have you gotten your orders yet, Chester? Do you know where you're going yet?
So I do not. I know quite a lot of things. My detailer is done with 2s. Then he had a motorcycle accident a week off. So he's back to work. The Priority 3 ITC did not receive a call this week, I'm guessing because it was a holiday week.
hmm
There is only one Priority 3 ITC. I don't know what he has for Priority 3s with ETs or
hmm
IT Senior Chiefs, Master Chiefs. I don't know about them, but I know there's only one Priority 3 ITC. So in theory, I should hear something this week or the next week while I'm on vacation.
Of course, that's always it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
so I actually have to like turn voicemail on my phone in case he calls while I'm on a plane or something.
Mm.
Silly. And I know my priority 1 got yanked out from under me and the other priority 4 that wanted it, and the priority 3, who that actually would have been the next available thing on his list because they decided to fleet up a ITC Select that's already there. So
Really?
IT1 Whitaker or whatever his name is, I don't know him. It's not personal, but he got my job.
I
Isn't
didn't know.
Whitaker? Yeah, isn't there an IT one Whitaker at Trayson right now?
That's
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, they're fleeting him up into the curriculum chief job instead of allowing it to be shopped by the people with priority, even though it was on the shopping list.
Well, that's stupid.
Very, because that fleet up request should have been made before the list was finalized.
Mm-hmm.
And there's at least 3 of us who are bitter about that fact. However, the ITC job at the C4ISR school is still open.
Mhm.
Kyle doesn't want it, but I'm pretty confident the detailer is going to make him take it because he's a colo. His wife is there already. She has been for like 2 tours now. Neither of them want to be there, but the school wants someone who's actually been on a Whimsel to go to that job. And there's only one guy, but he doesn't want it. So either they force him to take it, or me and the other Pri 4 guy fight over it.
Okay.
That's really what it boils down to.
Okay, I was just
I
wondering
mean, if you take it, your shop is actually a great shop.
Oh, I have no doubt, and I was there when they were standing all that up too. So, my
why do they want the C4 ISR guy to be on a Windsel? That doesn't make any sense.
Because he teaches the Whimsel course for it.
Oh, okay.
Or, I mean, he's like the chief of the.
Oh, I was
IT.
thinking the ESD ITC. Sorry.
No, yeah, no, that would be way easier. Sure. But yeah, my boss actually got to have a talk with the detailer this week about the ETC, who decided last minute to go with the other retirement letter that's for 2020 instead of 2019 because he's higher tenure. But his job is on the shopping list, so I was like, you need to call the detailer and say that he's trying to stay. Otherwise, if they shop that billet, he doesn't get to stay even if his waiver's approved, and he can't transfer. So he'll get fucked.
Yeah.
So after they had that conversation, my boss talked to the detailer about me and like talking me up and all sorts of jazz for that instructor billet. So fingers crossed that I still get that peddling job.
Fingers crossed.
Right?
I'd love to have you over here because that would be amazing.
Plus, then there's like extra incentive for people to come visit and stuff.
Yeah, I'm waiting on. So I got a 107 on the test. So I am waiting to figure out where that actually puts me. Because of course you always score high, and then you hear like the two techs on the melon. I don't know what's going on with the melon, but they but one of them got a 137, the other one got a 122.
Good for them. I mean, wow, like good for them.
Yeah, that was my buddy James. There was his former text. Like James, he scored like a 126 on the test that he made first on. Like I don't know how. Like they must have like a chief that just like study when they're under, like forces them all to study when they're underway.
That doesn't work either because I've been having mandatory study every week for my guys,
Mhm.
and you know they didn't all take it seriously. So
The ones who did well for them,
Mhm.
but could have done better.
So we're still waiting on Terry because I don't want to start with just two players right now.
I
That's
did
fair.
message him, but he hasn't replied back yet.
Okay, so in order to avoid just having dead air,
You want to maybe work on character creation for Invisible Sun?
yeah, do you mind? Becca's already done her character, but Chester, you want to go ahead and do
Sure.
this?
When are we going to start playing that anyway? I think I missed all that talk.
After the holidays.
Is that taking the Sunday slot or?
I
Saturday
have to
or-
decide. I have to decide because I want my brother to join in on this because he's big into surrealist art, and he's also a musician, and I might be able to actually get him to compose something for us. So,
Oh, that would be badass.
Nice.
but I figure so. Not to detract from any of my friends, my dream players would be you, Becca, Shayna, Terry, and Tucker, because all of you are heavy role players, and I think would really get involved in this setting.
Mhm.
So, this is the first time I'm live streaming character creation, but I'll go over this. Unfortunately, because of Monty Cook being he's amazing at his job, but he's very particular about this setting and the inability for me to get PDFs to anybody. He is going to release them. That's the other reason we're waiting until after Christmas. Is on Christmas he is releasing the PDFs to all of us who own it, so that I can send it to you, to send you the actual
Perfect.
players' handbooks. He's not releasing all of the PDFs. He's only releasing the ones that the players have to have.
That makes sense. He did the same thing with his Tola setting when he put it out at first. There was just like the player supplements before he released like the massive tome.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't want to. The tome that is Tollus is like this big. He did the same thing. I think he did the same thing for Numenera too.
I didn't get into that one, but I bought into Tolus.
Yeah. So character creation in Invisible Sun is actually relatively quick. That's why I can do this. The entire time you're basically constructing a sentence for your character. In Becca's case, she is a connected storm of the Order of Makers who controls time and space.
Yeah, I've got. Hold on, I've got it here somewhere.
Color
there
me
it is.
jealous. You're like a freaking Time Lord.
Yeah. Let's see. So it is actually Rhea Ernst, a connected storm of the Order of Makers who warps time and space. That is the full sentence.
Yeah. So, how this works is we start with you have what's called your heart. Your heart is in Becca's. Again, we're going to use Becca's character as an example here. Hers is what's called storm, or it's actual storm heart. It's also known as an ardent. Not ardent. Yeah, ardent for her. It all means the same thing. Basically, it's going to determine if you are like your basic personality. It's kind of one of those personality types. There's 4 in the in Invisible Sun. You have Gallant, which is let me give you the exact way of doing it. It's the ones are Gallant, Stoic, Empath, and Ardent. Empath and Stoic to me are self-explanatory of who they are. But like Ardent and Gallant are very, very similar. So I want to make sure I get the right thing. Okay, so the 4 different hearts. quick thinking gallants, contemplative stoics, emotional empaths, and passionate ardents. That's they are also associated with an element. So gallants are fire, stoics are earth, empaths are water, and ardents are air or storm. So that's the first choice. So do you and yeah,
You're muted.
Because I was eating an apple and I stopped now.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, I really like the fire connotations. I just don't like the word gallant, so I'm gonna go with stoic and go earth because if
I will
it's
like
Avatar:
to
The
tell
Last
you.
Airbender, I would want to be an earthbender.
So if you don't have to go with gallant, you can just say flame or flameheart if you wanted to. That's what Becca did because she doesn't really like the term ardent, so she went with storm.
Well then, that's way more fun. Then I would definitely go with something with fire because
We'll call you a flameheart then. You are
oh my, that doesn't sound fun. Now I sound gay. Let's go with stoic.
okay. Stoic.
Stoic it is.
All right. You are stoic. You are a stoic then. Okay. Okay. So the next is your. So that was really quick. We next choose your order. Your order is how you approach magic. There are 5 of these. There are the Vances. Vances are the actually. I'm pretty sure it's a joke towards D&D and things of Jack Vance. Vances prepare spells and have a mind space that they move things around in. Weavers take like specific ideas and weave them together to create their spells. They start with like 2 spheres of influence. Think like World of Darkness mage here. They're broad. They're not as powerful as a Vance. Like the same. There's no levels in this game, but the same. A Vance's spell will be more powerful than a Weaver's spell, but a Vance's spell will be way more specific.
Flexible.
A Weaver's spell will be more.
Yeah, Weaver's flexible.
Yeah. Maker, which is again what Becca's character is, makes stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory. They're the artificers or alchemists of the world. Goetics summon things. Specifically, they make bargains with demons and angels for their power. They have probably our most powerful, but because they have to negotiate with things in order to get that works. And negotiating with angels is just as dangerous as negotiating with demons, because honestly, if an angel decides you're unpure, you're gonna have some issues. That's the Goetics. The final one are the apostates. So everyone has access to the general magic deck. These are just like standard spells, like cantrips and things like that you can do. All the other orders, their way of approaching magic is like secret things that they teach their apprentices. Apostates don't have that, so they don't have any like secret magical abilities. They don't get access to the high level stuff. But because they don't have a bunch of people telling them what to do, they have better access to all the general magic spells and kind of can forge their own path and can actually learn small bits from their companions of how to do the various paths, as long as they can convince their companions to do that. So those are the 5.
Well, darn, that's a lot more difficult of a choice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Becca already went Maker.
Mhm.
I would wager hardcore money that Terry will want to be a Goetic.
No, Terry went Vance.
No, really? Did he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive. I would have definitely pegged him.
Oh,
For
I honestly thought for sure he was going to go Goetic or Apostate.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I'm kind of on the fence between the Weaver and the Apostate, just to do something a little different, and I'm trying to think which one would work better with Stoic.
Honestly, both of them work pretty well with Stoic. A Stoic Weaver is going to be very like insular.
Okay.
They're usually going to take some of the concepts that are more grounded mentally, probably not as the emotional concepts. Um, and then a stoic apostate is somebody that just probably wants to do their own thing and doesn't like the orders in general because he doesn't like being told what to do.
Yeah, I think that maybe I'm gonna go that the stoic.
Apostate.
I feel like that's a trap. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck
Okay.
it. Stoic apostate. I'm an orderly rebel.
Okay. So now we get to Forte. Forte is when you get into some really interesting, fun things here. By the way, I will record all this down. I'll send you your character sheet when we get done.
Yeah, I'm writing the words as we go, so I'll have that at least.
Yeah. So normally I would have sent you a picture of this, but because there's a lot of this is when you actually have a lot of choices. I'm going to read you a list. These are lists of phrases. When everyone stick out, choose the one that most calls to you. There's powers associated with this, but I truly believe the best thing to do is just choose one that like speaks to you. So we have, and this is in alphabetical order: bears an orb, breathes runes, cages adversaries, calls upon the serpent, caught fire's eye, channels strength and skill, consumes flesh, converses with everything, disgorges creatures, dwells in darkness, eats knowledge, explores the noosphere, fuses nightmare to fist, hosts a legion, inhales the ether, is adored by the sea, listens to the whispers, provides a vessel for spirits, revels in beauty, shepherds minds, sings the earth song, speaks with the moon, splinters into fragments, travels as a spirit, turns tales into reality, walks the path of the suns, wanders in delirium, warps time and space, weaves stealth with sorcery, writhes and squirms. You're
You're
muted.
muted again.
Okay, and I'm picking just one, not
Yeah, just one
multiple.
phrase. Yeah, it's tough.
Because I flagged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I flagged 6 out of that list.
What do you tell me which ones you're looking at, and then I will give you a better example of what they actually do.
Wow, and my shorthand was horrible. The first one I think was the very third one you say. I think it had something to do with trapping or
Cages
capturing.
cages
adversaries.
adversaries.
Yeah, because I've always liked to just hold things and that feels like very controlly, and that kind of goes with the whole stoic apostate like antithesis almost.
Okay, let me explain what that does in just a second.
Okay.
Wow, it's actually pretty specific. It's about being a jailer. Like you get the ability to. Your first ability is like create a magical cage and imprison a nearby being inside it. Like that's your
Okay.
starting ability. But you also get things that allow you to interrogate better and a bunch of other like about being a prisoner. What was the next one?
Okay. Something and skill, strength and skill.
Channels strength and skill. That's the horrible beer. Pretty much this one is about using magic to make yourself physically more powerful.
Gotcha. That kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
So nightmares to fists kind of sounded very similar to that.
That's
No, not
no. Like I actually know what this one does because probably if I was going to do this, that was the one that speaks to me. Fuses nightmare to fist. Basically, you intentionally give yourself horrible PTSD and nightmares, and
Hmm.
use those to attack people with your own fears and Yeah, you're basically you attack people with your own fear.
And then Earth Song was next.
Earth Song. I don't know which one that one was. I don't really have anything about song. Sings your song. Okay. 16. No, it's fine. It's Earth Song. Okay, I actually don't know what this one does. Okay. So essentially, you are a bard. You sing, and you cause nature and the planet itself to respond to you.
And then the last one was, well, I can't read that at all.
I can. There's not very many past that, so I can just read them to you again.
Okay, yeah, sure, why not?
Speaks with the moon. Splinters
That
into fragments.
Mhm.
Travels as a spirit. Turns tales into reality. Understands the words. That's what actually Terry chose. Walks the paths of the suns. Wanders in delirium. Warps time and space. Weaves stealth with sorcery.
That
Rides.
was it.
Okay.
That
This
was
one's pretty
what-
self-explanatory too. You basically you get a lot of invisibility spells.
I think I'm gonna go with that first one though, the jailer one.
Okay. So
The
yeah, Cage's adversaries.
Cage's adversary. I think it was definitely between that one and the strength and skill because I feel like I'm going down an earthbender path here.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have brought that up to myself, and I'm like, I need to stick in theme now.
Uh-huh.
So it was either, because same thing. My earthbenders were always
Mhm.
about, earth locks and joint locks and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
but I'm an apostate, so I could still slip into the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You can slip into some magic that's a little more comfortable.
Yeah. Let me spice things up here a little bit and be a little less predictable. Basically, Toph is my hero.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Toph.
Okay.
She's my favorite.
So the actual next step would be choose a soul, but we're not going to do that on stream because that is something you need to keep secret from the other players.
I'm just actually going to step aside. I'm not going to watch this stream, so you guys can go over that. Just call
I
out
still
to me.
want to. I'll text them back and forth on this one because it's also a little bit complicated.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, this I will explain the soul. So there's 13 like souls that you can kind of ally yourself with. But if anybody knows who your soul is allied with, they have power over you. So it's important that you keep it
Completely unpredictable.
what only the DM should know. In fact, like sometimes it's better if I just assign you one, and that you don't know.
Okay.
Because you can just like I call upon my ally, and then it can be surprising to you of like who.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You called me. Oh, I
Yeah.
did. Good call.
Okay. Next we do foundation. Foundation is where we actually stop with the individual character creation. The rest of character creation is done as a group. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Part of foundation is done individually, and part of it's done as a group. And we also need to determine your arc. Okay, foundation. Okay, so foundation basically is who you actually like. So far, we've determined who you are. Foundation is kind of your background, like what you are. Like how, like in Becca's case, she's connected. That means she has a bunch of friends or people that owe her favors.
I host a lot of parties.
So the options are established, which means that you have been in the community for a while, and you have a home, you have your own place, you have a decent amount of starting income, You have a few friends, not a lot, but and I can't ever pronounce this word. Itinerant. Basically,
Itinerant.
yeah, itinerant. You bounce around a lot. You actually have quite a bit of starting money, and you have a crap ton of hidden knowledge. Like you know a lot about people, but you don't have a real stable base of operations, and not a lot of people know you in the community. Connected, which is what Becca is. She doesn't start with. She starts with the right amount of hidden knowledge. She has all right savings. She has a good house, but mainly she just has a lot of people that owe her favors. By the way, the established one, the established person has almost no hidden knowledge because they're like everyone
They're
knows
little
them, so eremitic. So this would be like a hermit, only not quite that hermetic about it. They again have all right starting funds. They actually have quite a bit of hidden knowledge too. Their biggest thing is no one knows them, because they kind of hang out in the deep, dark parts of the world. A mendicant, you have the most hidden knowledge, but you start with no money, no friends, no house. An iconoclastic, you have good money, decent starting knowledge, wealth, but again, no one really likes you. Stalwart, you are a devoted ally and supporter of a specific organization. Probably is not going to work with you because we've already determined that you're. And then bizarre, which I don't recommend you take. It just means because it's really easy to break your character with bizarre.
Yes.
Bizarre is basically like the catch-all. Like I don't like any of these.
That makes sense. I think I like itinerant.
Okay.
I'm kind of visualizing like a Wild West marshal, like the guy, the lawman who wanders. So he doesn't really answer to like the local organizations, but like he jails people and brings them in and stuff. I don't know how that plays into the setting at all, but that's
No, it works really well. This is very like film noir, so it works actually pretty well. The last thing we have to do is determine your arc. Okay, so this is really weird. Invisible Sun does not exactly use experience points. Instead, it uses the idea of, in order to grow, and I actually can't remember what the final name is for what I would call an experience point. But in order to generate one, which they're all worth very much, you have to have a point of despair and a point of joy, and they combine together to create an experience point. You have to experience both despair and joy in order to grow as a character.
Okay.
Part of that is your arc. Your arc is what your character is trying to achieve. This is a mechanical thing in game. You only get joy and despair as you're progressing towards your character's arc. The group as a whole will have its own arc determined by me when we get the table together and actually talk about it. But your individual character has arcs as well, and I need to know it because it's up to me to weave your individual character arcs into the overarching thing. It makes it more like almost like a television show. Any given episode will focus on probably two characters' personal arcs while advancing the table's full story arc. Now, these are just examples of the names, and we'll flesh it out at the table. But I want to bring them up. You should be thinking about your arc. And I'm not even going to ask you to choose your arc right now. Just think about what you want your character to be accomplishing. So examples are aid a friend, avenge, assist an organization, birth, which is literally giving birth to a child,
That would
build,
be an interesting one for a male character.
cleanse, which is not cleaning a room, obviously. It's like cleansing an organization of corruption.
Genocide. Oh, organization. Bummer.
Creation, which is developing something truly new. Defeat a foe, very standard one. Defense, develop a bond. Enterprise, establishment. Explorer. You can choose Fall from Grace. It's kind of a weird one to choose, but you can choose that you want your character arc to end when they are at their lowest. That they started somewhere. Finish great work. Growth. Instruction, which means training somebody. Join an organization. Justice, which is trying to right a wrong. It's different than revenge. Revenge is more personally directed. Justice is more master of skill, mysterious background, new discovery. Basically, there's a bunch of these things, and I don't. But just think of what you want your character to do. As I said, I don't. It's more important that when we get everybody together as a table, everybody has an arc in mind, because then I can weave them together. One of the reasons we're not going directly into specifics of your character is you now have your sentence. And then when we get together as a table, in order to prevent weird player characters that have nothing to do with the rest of the party, it's up to the party and the GM, the storyteller, to know how to weave those stories together. So you don't want a concrete example of your character until... it's always best to have an idea of who your character is. And that's what that sentence is. But you don't want to... You don't want a dwarf with 100 children who doesn't speak common. I have no idea where Terry is. He hasn't responded.
He's responded to me. He lost track of time. I let him know that if he still wants to play, we're going over character creation with Chester, and then we can play Vampire afterwards.
Mhm.
He asked about Chester's full name, but I let him know that you guys are still finishing the sentence.
But so if when he joins us, we will go ahead and start. As long as he's gonna join, we can go ahead and switch over to Vampire if everyone's brain isn't fried. With that, but so I'll start and Yuri will catch up when he gets in there. You good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, so
I said bring it, but I was muted.
Okay. When last we left you guys, you had burnt down a former mental prison being utilized by the various supernatural creatures of the Bay Area. As you continue your path back to to Sonoma County, is there anything you guys want to do? And where is everybody? Eki's willing to drive one of you in his Viper, as it is a 2-seater car. He's not.
Well, I think Cece might be riding with Eki still.
Mm-hmm.
Unless her compulsion to dominate left.
It did, but I would imagine she's still... But it's convenient to say that she's in Viper, so I'll go with that.
I think
Okay.
she said she was anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Plus
she
she's
gets to
gone,
ride
so-
in a Viper. It's a fun car.
Plus, she's not here, so
Mhm.
consensus is she is with Eki and the Viper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have showed up if she felt otherwise.
Uh-huh. So you guys are currently just south of San Jose, but you guys are heading back to your respective domiciles.
Yep. Need to check in with the winery, make sure that if they need extra hands, that they have them for the night. What time of the year is it?
It's now, so...
Okay, so yeah, there's actually a lot of work at the winery then.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty smoky. Not that you guys breathe, so you don't really care. But, like, yeah, the air quality index is off the charts. The only reason I mention it is it's going to make it slightly more difficult to feed because no one wants to be outside right now.
That makes it easier to feed for some of us.
Yeah.
And Lily's not actually worried about hunger right now because she had a deliciously tasty vampire
Mhm.
in the last couple days.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I will say that you now have actually an addiction to Vampire Vitae. Like it's not technically an addiction because it's not specifically one, but like you definitely prefer it over human.
Okay.
You
That,
have
that could,
you have diablerized two vampires in basically the span of 2 weeks, so you're getting kind of a reputation.
the only person that knows about the second one is Cece.
Really? Do you have auspex? Can you read your own aura?
Oh, that's a very good point. I actually don't know how I would look to Auspex.
I thought I was there for that. Was I not there for that?
No, you and Yuri were like wondering what was
Um.
taking Cece and Lily so long.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
'Cause you-
I remember now.
Yeah, you had to run away from the demon.
Silly demons.
Yeah, silly demons.
So, yeah, I just wanted to mention it. That, yeah, you're developing kind of a hunger, which you're not hungry yet for him. But I will mention that whenever you get a point of hunger, the rest of your body will start smelling really a lot like food to you.
Delicious.
Um,
Okay.
Beyond that, honestly, the trip up, because of the poor air quality and just general, it actually goes by pretty uneventfully. Is there so you guys get to your respective domiciles without issue? Is there anything you want to accomplish?
I would like to check in with one of my contacts that helps me fund things to my little brother
Okay.
to check up on him.
They actually, so the few things I'll let you know that he's doing fine, except he's getting really agitated lately. He's convinced you're still alive. They've intercepted some mail, and they actually provide you with. Apparently, they show you pictures of you.
Okay. Well, I would like to inspect the mail for any information about who's providing the pictures to him.
That's gonna be tough. Give me I will say, intelligence, streetwise roll, I guess. And I'm gonna say a difficulty 4. It's pictures.
Okay. If it's a difficulty 4, I can't make it.
Do you have at least 2 dice?
Well, I've got 3.
Then you can make it. You would need 2 10s, but you could make it.
All right.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to probably talk to some of my compatriots to see if they could.
Do you
help
want to
with
do
the
a
roll.
contacts roll?
Sure.
I'll still use that success. Go ahead. Those 2 successes you got. Go ahead and just roll your dots and contacts, and we'll add it to that roll.
All right. Where are my dots and contacts?
You should have 3 dots and contacts right now.
Okay.
They have no idea.
No.
It's photographs. It's really hard to identify. It's not like if they painted it, maybe they'd be able to identify it. But it's a picture from a Nikon DSLR. It's just not.
I
There's
actually
not a lot
only
to
have
go on.
2 dots in my contacts block.
Oh yeah, that's right. You lost a point of contact, a dot in contacts earlier. So
Yeah, I used it with Eki for stops.
it doesn't ultimately matter. You failed anyways.
I failed. Yeah. Outside of
Do
that,
you want to enlist some of your coteries' help in this?
yes, I do. I just I'm not entirely sure where Harrow would be spending his night, though.
Harrow
So
has
I'd
a cell phone
probably,
for
yeah.
which
So
you
I,
have the ability to contact.
yeah. So I think I'm just gonna text him that. I know we've been driving for a long time frame, but if you've
You
got
actually
the
haven't been haven't been driving that long. It's been about 3 hours because
Okay.
like it's not that far from.
All right. In that case, do you have time to look over something with me?
You're muted.
For you, I've got 5.
Okay. Where can I meet you?
Movie reference.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where's fun to meet in the area? It's been so long. I don't know. The melting pot, because cell phone reception sucks there, and it sounds like a fun place to go.
Okay.
Sounds great.
So you guys meet up at the melting pot. How do you want to approach this subject?
Well, as soon as our wait staff and whatnot takes
Your lack of
orders.
order.
Yeah, or
Unless...
no, we're gonna order something because we don't want to garner their attention.
Okay.
But after they kind of leave us alone for a bit, and I'm fairly confident that we're not going to be heard, I'm going to hand Harrow the mail and say, someone is filtering pictures of myself to my little brother. I need to find out more about this.
Didn't Yuri explicitly tell us he was doing this?
No, Yuri hasn't told us. Not unless he told Harrow.
I hate it when I know things and I don't know if I'm supposed to know things or not.
Yeah.
As far as I know, the Harrow does not know. But
Okay, cool. Then I will act genuinely surprised. And I will look at these to try and assist if they look like they might be like the Inquisition level of photography or some amateur.
okay, that would be a pretty easy roll. Give me a we'll say intelligence, either academics or I don't have a character sheet in front of me. Is there anyone that more specifically deals with art? Probably not.
Give me a second. There's academics. No, looks like academics would be the most.
Yeah, academics.
likely
So
one.
intelligence academics for figuring out if it's Inquisition. I'm gonna say a difficulty of 1. Like, it's not. You still may get it. Oh no, but you get compulsion on it. You are now compelled to steal the waiter's pocketbook.
The waiter's carrying a pocketbook?
Or
Nice. I definitely want to steal it now because I want to know what in the world is in this that a waiter gets to carry it.
Cool.
oh, but like it's. I wouldn't say it's amateurish, but it's definitely not like it's taken from a crap off the shelf camera. You can tell that if this is like
Probably a private investigator at best.
yeah.
And I will literally like say those exact words. Probably a private investigator at best. Sounds like someone's just connected the dots and is trying to see what they can rustle in the way of making some money out of you or him.
Well, shit.
I will also allow you to make a Harrow an intelligence streetwise check because you would actually probably know most of the seedy underbelly of the area.
Really? Because I'm not from the area.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were not. So yeah, no.
I mean, I'll make the roll if you want, but
No, you wouldn't have any way of knowing the various private investigators. You haven't pissed anybody off that bad yet. So yeah,
Yuri's probably the guy to talk to. Which is funny because of what we don't know. But
Yeah.
he's the one that has the street connections from what I've seen.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to talk to Yuri then when we get a chance.
I should point it out. It is extremely worrying that somebody has been following a vampire, though. Like, this is a big problem. Even beyond the just general thing. Like, somebody, like, it's weird, and fortunately, fortunately, Lily hasn't actually attacked anybody recently, so they don't have any pictures of that. But
No, that it's pictures of her obviously walking around and stuff like that when she's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna have to track Yuri down then, and unfortunately Terry hasn't logged in yet.
I'll find. So, are you guys gonna try to go to one of the various clubs he works?
Yeah, could probably text him. He's got a cell phone that we've got the number for too.
He doesn't respond.
He doesn't respond. All right. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I'm up for tracking down a few different clubs to see if we can find him.
I mean, the other thing we could do is put you out there as bait.
Oh yeah, we
If
could do
someone's
that.
already following you, I mean, presumably it's not a one-shot gig.
No, it kind of from the mail that we have, it looks like it's fairly regular.
Like, I mean, you could probably, if I would say both of you give me a wits awareness roll.
Wits awareness. Okay. Where's my... Damn it.
Why can I never find awareness? There we go.
How do you only have 2 dice in this?
I've got 2 for wits, and I didn't take anything in awareness.
Oh. And Harrow?
I am rolling stellar this weekend.
No, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess we could, as we're going along trying to find the club, I will be bait and we'll try to keep an eye out for whoever's been taking pictures.
Give me a second. Not a hard thing to beat your guys' ones, but I will go ahead and roll it anyways. Yeah, you guys don't. Okay, so you guys make your way to. We'll say that you're going to a club in Santa Rosa. It's downtown Santa Rosa, kind of. It's actually kind of crap to get around. You see a long line, and then you realize that you're just that close to Russian River Brewery. The club you get to is just a dive bar nearby.
Okay.
The only reason you're coming here is you know that Yuri's boss owns this club, and it's one of the few that actually have security. Yuri is not out in front, but there is a person with similar build working the door. Oh, hello. You're Yuri's friends, correct?
Yes, correct. We're actually trying to find him. I had some work that he
I
might
have
be able to
not
help
seen
me
him
with.
in quite a few days, honestly. Last I heard, he was taking a vacation to Terry's on.
Yeah, buddy. Here he
Yay!
comes.
He was taking vacation to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's back from that trip. The smoke and fire kind of cut it short.
Is there anything I can help you with?
If he was back in town, do you know which club he might be working tonight?
He'd have the night off. I would imagine he would be back in protecting the boss if he's back working, but he's probably at his domicile. He tends to stick near the bus stations.
Okay. We don't know where his domicile is, do we?
I don't know where his domicile is, so you guys
Yeah, it's
definitely
probably on a Groupon path somewhere though.
And he does like to use the buses, so we could probably figure out which bus line he normally uses to meet up with us. Let's go take a look at some bus schedules.
Okay.
He's typing in Roll20 right now.
Yes, he is.
While we wait for him to get back, I'm gonna go. I'll be right back.
Okay.
My name reminds him of his. I don't know what that means. Or does he mean with that new game, The Invisible Sun?
Of course he is.
I think he just wanted to be difficult to see what we would do.
Yeah, because he's Terry. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
We're hoping that Terry will join us in a moment in Discord.
You
He's
okay?
typing something. Ah,
It is all good.
Discord.
okay. Yeah, I guess we're gonna look at some bus schedules to try to correlate which bus lines he prefers.
It's downtown Santa Rosa. I will say you're gonna have to extrapolate what you know about Yuri versus your own ability for insight. So you guys tell me what you want to roll and how you can justify it for this.
Okay, what I would like to do is an intelligence academics check. For intelligence correlating what I know from Yuri's patterns and meeting up with us and the bus lines that always pull up when he's dropped off. And academics to actually basically research where those would all link up.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me that roll. I will say difficulty 4. Because that's a lot of pulling it out of your butt. Honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
Holy crap, you still got it.
I got it! Woo!
So, judging from the various buses that you've seen Yuri pull off, apparently you've actually been paying quite a bit of attention to like the bus lines that he's coming. You're able to narrow it down. I'm not gonna. You don't have its address, but I'd say you have it down within about 2 city blocks.
Perfect. I think he's around these 2 city blocks, somewhere here.
It's not. It's actually in Katati, not Santa Rosa. It's not the best neighborhood in the world. Forgive this term, but it's what they call it in Rona Park. It's in the Indian Village. You're muted.
You're muted again.
As soon as you said Katati, Hera was sneering.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
His hair was snooty.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you guys, it's gonna be in Katati. It's not the best neighborhood. It's not a bad neighborhood. There's very few bad neighborhoods in Sonoma, but you can definitely tell that, and Yuri is probably going to stand out there. There's not going to be a lot of Russians in that area.
Perfect. We can. Let's see. Have we noticed what we've never seen Yuri feed? Have we?
Mm-mm.
So we don't know what his preference is.
I would say, well, no. So I would say that Light can tell. Like, you know that he's an alley cat.
Okay.
I think he likes to seduce his prey.
All right.
Nothing says I'm impressing you like rolling up on the pond.
I love you guys so
Okay.
much. Yeah, so it's gonna like you aren't taking the bus, right? You're actually taking the van or whatever vehicle Harrow has stolen that night to Katati.
Well, I'm
right?
pretty sure we're taking Harrow's vehicle because my van would be a pain in the butt to try to find parking in Santa Rosa in downtown with my van.
Probably also needs bullet holes fixed and all that jazz.
Well, we
You
puttied
didn't
up.
actually get shot this last time. It was amazing.
Yeah. We puttied up the bullet holes that were there before, and we reskinned the van. I guess since we were meeting up in Santa Rosa, we actually have our choice if it's going to be the van or your car.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. So I just wanted to make sure you weren't taking the bus.
No, we're not taking the bus.
We grabbed a motorcycle this time because why not?
Okay.
All right. Sounds great. I love it.
Okay, so I will say as you're driving down the highway, you get pulled over. As I'm sure you stole the motorcycle, you probably didn't steal helmets, and California has a helmet law.
Only if they catch me.
So do you pull over, or do you know what this is about? Like as soon as you're like, shit, I don't have a helmet on.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna catch us.
I'm not even gonna make you do the drive roll. That was just me being a pain. Um,
Are you sure that's the bad beer, Scott?
it is.
It looks way darker than I remember.
So it's getting significantly better as it gets to the bottom of as I get. We're on Twitch, so I can't say that, but as
Yeah,
I get,
no.
but
As you're getting to the lower section of the bottle.
yeah. By the way, this beer, and I'm not gonna mention its name, is shit. It tastes like cream soda, and if I wanted cream soda, I'd get cream soda. Not beer.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
So whenever we stop, I'd actually like to go on to Groupon's site to see if there's any Groupons that Yuri might have been interested in that maybe will lead us to it.
Okay. Anyway, so you end up in the 2-block radius. You park relatively near the bus stop. It's an apartment complex area. Like, it's not houses here. It's low rent. Like, how do you want to find Yuri?
We
Groupon.
can't just like walk around screaming his name.
I mean, you can. I actually, at around this point, can I get another wits awareness roll from both of you guys?
Okay.
Mother bitches.
Becca?
I rolled.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
got
right.
a 6 and a 5.
Oh yeah. You know
We
what?
are
Because
not-
of the double ones, I did like I need to hurry this along. You know that you guys are being followed.
I would like to catch our tail.
Easy enough. You're in a motorcycle, so like you make a sharp turn, and like it actually causes their, I would say, late model sedan, to kind of careen into a street lamp.
So when Harrow makes the sharp turn, Harrow's going to experience what happens when I'm on the back of the motorcycle. Lily's arms tighten around your sides, and her thighs actually tighten around your hips.
So that's why Scott keeps the bike. Well done, Scott.
No, actually, it is ungodly painful when she does that.
I'm sure.
She's trying to treat me like a horse, and I don't respond to it like that. But anyways,
La 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 la. Damn it.
quality content here tonight.
Yep.
So yeah, but Harrow, yeah, your tail hits a street lamp, and you see I'd say middle-aged, balding white gentleman, kind of like holding his head, bleeding from his forehead. Get out of the car, like,
Oh, you're going to totally make this look like we're actually assisting. Going to find some cloth to smash on top of his head where he might be bleeding. And put his hand on top of it and go, hold this tight.
I want a strength athletics roll from you. Or
Oh no. Oh,
you're good at
okay.
strength, and you have great
Yeah,
athletics.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna
Yeah, she'll fail the hunger roll and rip his face off.
I am rolling like shit.
Wow, you
tonight.
really did roll like shit. So he's gonna make 1, 2. Thing is, he's not, and beats you. He takes off.
Oh no, he's going down.
I
I'm
will
going
ride
to-
him down.
I want
Oh,
to
ride
run after
him
him and
down.
grab him by the back of the shirt.
Okay, so that was with the strength athletic roll for you, which you already failed. So I need
Aw.
a dexterity drive check from Harrow.
1, 40, 10. Everything is 40, 10 tonight for me.
I will say that so despite him having 4 successes, you're in a motorcycle. Like, it's not gonna... pretty much the only way you could fail is if you got no successes and ended up crashing the bike. So you cut him off, at which point he tries to kind of skid to a stop, and literally you now have the full reign. What do you want to do? He just took off from you. Your beast is you're not hungry, but your beast is like a little up, and this guy just ran from you.
Oh, I want to grab
He's
him by
bleeding from his forehead, and
I want to grab him by the back of the shirt and kind of like slam him against the wall of a building.
it's not real. There's no real wall here because he just got cut off by the motorcycle, so it's more like a street.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take him down to the street.
Okay. Okay. I give.
All right, you are going to tell me why you've been taking pictures of me and why you are endangering.
And it looks like he's trying to like point at something, but you have his arm behind his back. But it looks like he's pointing to his wallet.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take his wallet out.
So you see a driver's license and a PI license. His name is Frank Nesbitt. Which I know is some reference that I don't even remember it is, but it's lodged in my head as a scummy PI, so I'm gonna go with it.
That's because that's one of my ancestors.
Okay.
Frank Nisbet was in my family tree.
Still going with it.
Okay.
So Frank Nesbitt is he's, but you see a PI license. It's like I was just hired.
Who hired you?
I don't know. Like, they just told me to take some pictures and send it to some kid. Figure who's that kid.
Describe the person that hired you.
I'm a PI, lady. Do you think people actually show me their face? I get hired by lawyers and I get hired on the telephone.
Okay, so what was the number on your caller ID?
707-761-7888.
I'm gonna
Please
call
don't call that. Okay, you call that number?
Yeah, I do.
Trace and Petaluma ET shop. This is Petty Officer McElhenney. How may I assist you? I don't know why I'm there that late. Oh, EOW.
You're on duty.
Yeah.
You're on duty. That's why.
I'm just gonna hang up because that's clearly a fake number, and I'm gonna punch the guy. Tell him to try again.
Ow! Ow! That really hurt.
I am going to look around to make sure that we're not generating any attention.
Oh yeah, you're generating a shit ton of attention. This guy just ran into a street lamp, and you're beating him up on the street.
I
Okay,
mean,
I'm going to
a
pick him up,
punch.
and we are going to take
Now
him
that said,
somewhere-
because of where you are, the attention you're getting isn't like everyone's watching you. It's this.
Okay, I think I can deal with that.
Okay.
Where's your office?
Sorry, he gives you a. I'm trying to think of where his office would actually be. He gives you a.
Or is it on his like?
It's on his thing. It's an address in Sebastopol.
How many other people were tailing us?
As far as I know, I was the only one hired. I have a whole no questions asked policy. It endears me to people.
Endears you. Do I look like someone who feels endeared right now?
No, you seems like somebody who's pissed. Listen, I haven't.
Your lack of questioning is not endearing right now. Your lack of questioning is aggravating. Just
Terry,
to teach
you
you a
on?
lesson.
Terry?
No.
No. He's on, but he's not on.
Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. I don't know who hired me. Like, just let me go. I'll give you all my pictures.
Yeah, I want all the pictures. I want all the negatives, and you are going to.
Negatives? How old are you?
I'm gonna smack him lightly again because that was just uncalled for.
Okay.
The SD card. I want the fucking SD card.
It's in my camera.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to swing by his office to make sure that he doesn't have anything else there.
When are you due to give your next batch of pictures?
I'm supposed to send out I'm supposed to print them out and send them out once a week. So 2 days from now.
And do you send them directly to the kid, or are you sending them to somebody else first?
Directly to the kid.
Okay, and how does your employer know that you're doing what you're told?
He just seems to know.
Oh. Do you have a record of the transactions?
Of course.
Let's see the account number. Well, let's see the account number.
It's in my computer.
All right, we got to go to his office. To Sebastopol.
If you're on, Terry, the Yuri, this is like literally right outside your apartment. You see your friends beating up this private investigator who you don't actually recognize.
Then I'll just continue eating my food.
There he is.
Okay. Okay, so you guys, you took a motorcycle here. So how? And his car is wrecked.
We're gonna have to get a new car. I'll take care of him. Yeah, I'll take care of him if you want to get us a ride.
Sure, I'll go grab you one, and then I will go grab her a car.
Okay. Easy enough. Most of the people lock their vehicles here, but it's Harrow. It's easy for you to pick just about any lock. This is a car. It's a car. It's not Fort Knox, and you can basically break into anything you wanted. I will say that you probably give me a wit streetwise roll just to make sure you're taking a car that's probably not going to be immediately noticed that it's stolen.
Because tonight's dice pools are all 4d10s.
Hey, you crit success though on the roll that like literally you need one success to. Okay.
Yeah, that's how we're rolling tonight.
So
an important roll, success.
You actually end up with a really nice car. Like it's weird for this area, but it was. I mean, but no alarm system. Like the people that were whose car it was were obviously not home.
It's probably a CSA school student that had, a sign-on bonus drop down as a down payment.
Yeah,
probably.
Car way more expensive than the area they're living in. And no.
Oh yes, please let it be his car.
It is not Yuri's car.
You can't use a Groupon to buy a car that nice.
Well, no, Yuri actually did get a car. I forget.
Yeah.
I think his boss gave it to him, if I remember right.
Yeah, but it is not Yuri's car. Mainly because Yuri's car is actually in a garage right now, so it's that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you end up with a nice car, and you pick this guy up, and you're headed to Sebastopol. Yuri, you're seeing this. You're not entirely sure what your coterie is doing, but you have an inkling that some of your little games that you've been playing with them might have been exposed.
All right. So one of us is going to have to make sure that this investigator does not try to jump out of the car while we get to his office, while the other drives.
I will say from just like despite media portrayals of private investigators, most private investigators are like not action heroes. They're just people that are really good at surveillance.
Yeah.
And this is that kind of guy. He's kind of a seed. He's actually terrified. He's never really been spotted before.
Well, him being terrified could actually lead to try to run again. So just want to make sure one of us is right next to him to make sure he doesn't do something stupid.
Okay. This is actually because of something that just came up. I need Harrow. I need you to make a your choice. You can either make a dexterity drive check or a dexterity stealth check.
Hmm.
Because Harrow or is Lily driving? I don't know which one. Which one of you is driving?
I'm perfectly willing to drive. But Harrow's rolling, so Harrow's driving.
Oh, okay.
I went with the stealth option so that I could have a dice pool other than 4d10 once tonight.
For once. Unfortunately, the cops beat you. And you actually get pulled over. And like, good evening.
This is harassment. This is twice in one night.
How's it going? And he's doing a camera. And he looks directly at Frank. Are you doing all right, sir? We got a report about this vehicle.
Does the cop look like he's alone right now?
His partner's in the car and he has a chest cam.
Did this one come from the driver's side or the passenger side?
This one came from the driver's side, actually. The passenger is actually the one in the passenger side is actually out of his car and is standing back, his hand very prominently on his gun. By the way, their lights are still on, so like it's blaring through the back window right now.
Harrow's having this kind of a night. So while he's looking at Frank in the back and asking if he's okay, Harrow literally wants to like dart a hand out, grab this dude's jacket, and pull his face into the side of the car, like just smash his face into the car.
Give me either a dexterity brawl or a strength brawl. I'll allow either one. I'm imagining you're probably better with dex than you are strength.
4, 5. Nice.
As soon as you grab for him, he backs up, and it's a cop. Like he
I floor
draws down on you. Okay, you floor it.
Yep, go on.
Okay, give me a. Okay, they're gonna take shots at you.
That's okay. We're gonna get somewhere and then dump this car and get something else.
Oh shit! You had to be 3.
Oh, wow.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling dexterity drive.
Damn it, 40-10 again.
As soon as you try to do that, like you do get a little bit further, but that cop seems to be actually a pretty good shot and pops your back tire. You spin out and slam into the guardrail. They are now pissed.
Okay. Fun.
Frank is screaming up a storm. Help me, they're kidnapping me.
We're probably not that far down the street, right?
And you guys' phones beep. And you get a text message from Yuri.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to catch you guys if you guys are driving.
We've stopped. Would love your help. And then, shit.
You actually see it, by the way, the cops are obviously, like, on their radios right now calling him back up.
Hey, Harrow. We know where his office is. Let's just get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay. You go left, I'll go right. Or do you just want to try and drive this piece of shit for a little bit longer?
You want to switch positions?
You think you can handle it?
Sure, let's try. I don't care if I fuck this car's rims up.
Okay, so
Harrow
you guys...
into the back seat.
Okay, so you guys do this weird maneuver. I need a dexterity drive check from Lily. It's going to be... normally this would only be like... I will say you get one less from your dice pool, as that rim is causing it difficulty for you to.
Okay. Well, that'll be
Scott?
4d10 then.
Can
Oh!
I use my apparition ability to create a full audio-visual illusion?
Sure. As you guys start careening off of the highway, because she rolled a critical fail.
I didn't think we were on the highway yet.
No, you were very much on the highway.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. So you guys, like, you pull a Gordiv. As you try to floor it, you fishtail and then roll over on it. This car ain't going nowhere, and you were upside down.
Well, that didn't work. Let's get out of the car.
The cops are going to fire warning shots in the air and like, get out of the vehicle with your hands up.
So, in the line of my apparition thing,
Oh, and actually, give me a second. I need actually
Sure.
all of you to make just a straight oh crap, I can't even remember what the statistic is called. Strength, dexterity, the resiliency, stamina.
Stamina?
Yeah, I need a stamina roll.
Okay, just straight stamina.
Just straight stamina.
Is Frank still conscious?
That's what I'm checking right now. He is not. Yuri, why did you roll? Sorry.
You said you wanted everybody to roll.
I walked into that one. Harrow, you're fine. You do take 1 point of superficial damage, superficial bludgeoning damage, but you're vampires, they don't give a crap.
I got a 9 and a 1, so
You take 2 points, so that's reduces to 1 point of superficial bludgeoning damage, because he would have taken 2, but you're
Okay.
a vampire, so it's reduced. But Frank, who's already gotten in one major traffic accident today, slams his head and is now like, because he probably didn't have a seatbelt on, so
yeah, I'm gonna keep a hold of like his ID and stuff like that, and
Mm-mm.
we're gonna get out of the car, but try to. You're muted again.
I've been trying to do something. Can I do it now?
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
let's resolve that.
I'm gonna be saying to Lily, on my say, brake right, like out of the car, and
Okay.
then I'm going to open the back door on the left towards the police. I imagine they're that direction. If I need to inverse that, whatever, and I'm going to use my apparition to have the illusion of a gentleman, looking very Dick Tracy-ish, stepping out of the back seat and leveling a Tommy gun at the police officers as a distraction, and he's going to open fire. I've got full audio. Why the hell not?
Okay.
And then we're gonna take off the opposite direction.
Give me a manipulation. Actually, no. I'll say give me a charisma, subterfuge, or manipulation subterfuge. I don't care. One of those two. Plus your what the hell is it called for Ravnos? The
Chemistry.
yeah, chemistry. So those three
Okay,
things.
so
Give me that
let's
roll.
see, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And yes, I'm going to say that this is definitely he's definitely wearing yellow.
Nice.
This is going to be for both of the cops because I don't care. You still beat him by 1, even though I'm rolling. I wish I could roll like this when I'm a player.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Totally how it works.
So yeah, they duck behind their cars, and then you guys are running off.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to duck down. You guys are going to run off. Give me a strength, or give me a dexterity athletics check, so you guys are trying to run away.
Okay.
And they are just going to be taking shots at this illusion, just shooting up this car. Okay, yeah, Lily, you're gone. And Harrow, yeah, you're pretty good too. Compared with everything going on. You guys are in the foothills between Santa Rosa and Sebastopol, or sorry, Katati and Sebastopol. As the cops are shooting at Dick Tracy, Yuri, you're still in your apartment. You're if you're watching the news now comes on and is like late breaking news as police are currently shooting because chemistry is. I can't remember. Does chemistry actually create the illusion, or is it more like a mental thing? Everyone around sees it.
Oh no, this is like a full on. Because I've got the third rank. Like this on the real deal. Like just to do it, the book only said like you just spend a point of willpower or something like that, and it's just
Okay,
there
I just wanted to make sure
because it's
that
laced through. Like because they lace through with the changeling stuff.
yeah,
In this, it gets funky.
I just don't know chemistry all that well. So yeah. So you hear this report of apparently a shootout going down on the highway. They have a. But the newscaster seems really confused because they have like video from the helicopter, and everybody else is like talking about this guy with this Tommy gun shooting everything, but the video camera's not catching it. So it just looks like the cops are going going Street Fighter on this car and just shooting up this car for no reason.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Which, by the
What
way,
is planned?
Frank is still in the car,
Oh,
so he is very
shit.
dead. And I will say, because of that, when we get to it, all of you are going to get a humanity stain because all of you are somewhat responsible. Yes, you! You're the one who called the cops on him!
Oh, he did.
Also, you did roll, so that involves you.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, the news report is talking about police brutality and like we were like the ridiculous and how dangerous this all is. You guys are in the hills running for Sebastopol.
Yeah, gonna try to find another way to make it to this PI's office.
I mean, everything is actually relatively close. So I would say with the fact that you guys don't really have to breathe, it takes you 3 hours, but you are able to on foot get to his offices. You can take a bicycle and reduce that down to like an hour if you can find a bike.
We need to find 2 bikes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Or a double bike. It's California.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna have a roll. You guys find a tandem bike because it's funny as shit.
I get to ring the bell.
These 2 badass vampires are traveling to a PI's office on a tandem bicycle.
Ding, 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 ding.
You're
Okay.
pretty sure you know where they're going.
Yeah, Lily is, when we finally find the tandem bike, going to text Yuri since he did text us. I'm going to text him the address we're going to with a little blurb of looking into something, would appreciate some help.
And I will be right back.
Lily's not aware that he was the one that called the cops.
Yeah, neither is Harrow. I was just saying. I just thought it was going to be fun because I was going to try to figure out what you guys were going to do. I thought you guys were going to run away, but I didn't think it was going to be crazy. At least shoot out.
Harrow's having that kind of a night. He was just like, you know what? I'm not having it. And then he failed.
I need to use the head real quick. I'll be right back.
Fine.
Yeah, so that's interesting that you decided to make your character that way because it was kind of not even hearing about my character and you decided to make yours that way.
Yeah, I was a little torn on some of them, and yeah, it just kind of like came together. Like I wanted to go originally. I was like, I want to do the fire and be impetuous and like seriously impulsive, but I was like, but I really just can't swallow the word gallant. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's be an earthbender because he was talking about the elements and starting to tie it in, and I started getting this image of Toph in The Legend of Korra. You know, the whole earthbending police, and it just kind of.
Yeah, if you need metal bung me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I figured that would go with Cage with Adversaries, I imagine.
Oh, it very much does.
Yeah, especially if you just got the earth and you decided to make yourself and just pierce your skin kind of thing. It'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as we wait for Becca, does Yuri try to meet them, or is he just content? Like you, I will tell you, Yuri is very much aware that there's no, that unless that you've been pretty good about making sure that you never had direct contact with Frank. So the chances of him having anything that leads it back to you is low.
No, I make my way there because I'm a friend and an ally of theirs. Of course, I'd want to help them.
Okay.
I'm just not sure if I have access to my car. If I don't, I'm probably gonna take the
You
bus
have-
and try to meet them there.
You have plenty of access, which means you beat them there. And in fact, you're greeted with probably the funniest sight you've seen in a while. That makes pretty much all of this worth it. Of Harrow and Lily, well, not exhausted because you can't really be exhausted as a vampire, but like, they're Harrow covered in mud, which is really weird for Harrow, and like, and them arriving on a tandem bike. Lily probably annoyed that she has to sit behind Harrow as she's doing this.
So I'm gonna take a picture of them as soon as I see them and text them both. You know, priceless. This is worth the drive. So why are we here again?
Someone's
Some
been
schmuck's
taking.
been following Lily.
Yeah, and so the pictures that we have with the mail, in the mail, were other people of the coterie actually in the pictures as well?
Sometimes. Cece was. Harrow never was. Harrow, you're actually pretty good about even like you have a natural tendency to blend into crowds even when you're not. It's like it's not even something you consciously do at this point.
So Cece was Yuri ever in the
Yuri
pictures?
was as well. Well, much rarer. Yuri and Lily aren't like to me. Lily and Cece probably do actually occasionally hang out socially.
Yeah, we do now anyhow.
Yeah. But yeah, like Yuri's there every once in a while. The pictures you've got, by the way, they're weirdly incriminating. I would say Yuri specifically, like there was a natural direction to not have you followed while you were doing things that Yuri or anyone was aware that you were going to be doing something obviously criminal, but if somebody were to connect the dots, they would realize that you better have been nearby a lot of disasters recently. There are no pictures of you in LA, though.
Yeah. So, show you the pictures. It's like this PI who I'm pretty sure is dead now.
You guys killed him over pictures?
No, we didn't kill him. The cops did.
You're aware of what happened.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Yeah. No, someone hired him to follow me and take pictures. They've been endangering my little brother because of it.
That sounds terrible. We should catch this person.
Yes, we should. So, this is the PI's office.
You're in by the way, you're in like a strip mall. Like it's not like an apartment building. There's no like film noir thing here. It's just there's a giant eyeball on like the marquee, and it looks like he's not the only PI that works this office either.
When I looked through his pockets, did I find keys?
Yeah, you would have found keys.
And any notes regarding like security systems?
No.
Okay.
I
do have dots and insight. I just don't know if I don't think Lily would. She asked him to come here. I don't think Lily would have suspected Yuri at all with this.
Why would she?
Yeah, she hasn't. She hasn't seen any reason to suspect him of doing something like this.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
I will ask. We'll go with Harrow because you have you actually have a specialty in breaking and entering. So go ahead and give me a wits and whatever skill it is.
Larceny.
Larceny.
can I assist with this?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a roll, and then we can CC roll. Oh, sorry, Lily roll first, and then however many successes she gets, we will add that to Harrow's pool. Holy crap! It doesn't freaking matter. You guys, it's a lock and then a keypad. The keypad is for an alarm system.
So before we do this, though, I know they're thinking about it, their whole plan before they do it. Double check around the area to see there's nobody else that's there or any neighbors that are awake still.
Give me a wits awareness roll.
Which is
For you, 6.
Dang.
He's a bouncer. He's actually pretty good at this. You're pretty confident no one's around. There are some people moving about, but as long as you're not going to break a window or something, no one should pay attention to you. Sebastopol kind of doesn't have the best night scene in the world, so it tends to die down at night. No one's around watching.
Don't let them hear you say that.
What?
Don't let them hear you say that, because I'm sure they disagree.
Yeah, right. Wow, my camera's freaking fuck out. Okay, so how do you guys want to break in? As I said, there's a keypad. There is a lock. You think you could probably disable the keypad. It's not. I mean, it's cheap security. But
Yeah, I want to disable the alarm system and unlock the door.
okay. So the door, I will say, with the breaking and entry roll that you guys did, like that's easy enough. The keypad. You don't know the code, so you're going to have to use the factory default. I need a... Is computers a thing on... Oh, sorry, I really don't have a character sheet.
Science is a thing?
Okay, so intelligence science, please.
All right.
Technology is also a thing.
Technology will also work. Either one of those dots.
Are you? Oh, Lily's doing this. Okay.
Well-
Surprisingly, Lily seems to know the manufacturing default code.
It's from
I have no idea how.
It's because of the times I had to live out on the street
Okay.
when I was taking care of Anthony by myself.
Okay, so it is. You're pretty sure the alarm is disabled. As I said, it's not Nesbitt's office. He shares it with other people. No one seems to be here. But there's like 4 offices. All of them have. There are more cubicles than offices. You can tell this probably isn't the most successful private investigator in the world, and little placards are there.
So which one are we looking for?
We're looking for Frank Nisbet.
Easy enough. His cubicle is probably just in a corner. There's 2 computers, a personal laptop and then a desktop. And then there's also, it looks like a memory card reader.
Okay, so it's probably going to be safer to take both of the computers. Well, wait. If the cops were able to... Yeah, we're going to need to, like, wipe the computers to make sure there's no pictures of
By the
us.
way, you guys didn't say it, but I'm not going to punish you for not saying it. I'm assuming you guys took the camera that was
Yes.
in the wrecked car.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for not punishing us for not saying it, because
Mhm.
I thought that would have been, like, just common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we took the camera. We're going to look for any sort of, like, flash drives, SD cards, and we're going to have to do something to both computers to make sure there's no files of us on it. But I would like to do some form of larceny check to try to figure out if I can, through his things, find a financial path back to who hired him.
That's less of a financial thing and more of an intelligent academics thing.
Well, okay, would it be intelligence finance? Because finance is actually a thing.
Oh, and then yeah,
A larceny thing, or would it be academic?
it'd be finances. If finances is an actual skill, then it would
Yeah.
be finances.
All right. Give me a second.
Harrow actually has a dot in that as well. If
Yeah, you can help her with this, so you'd roll and then add your successes to her dice pool.
so, you said intelligence finance.
Yep.
3.
And Yuri, if you wanted to, you could use an intelligence finance check to make it worse for them.
Ooh, what just happened?
What do I roll?
You would roll a charisma finances check. So you'd roll 3 because you don't have that much here. But you'd roll 3, and any successes you make reduces from Lily's pool.
Damn!
Basically,
You're-
Harrow and Yuri are arguing with each other, and it's distracting Lily. So your pool is reduced by 1 because it's a net loss of 1 from them bickering over your shoulder.
All
No,
right.
no. It's a left click, not a right click.
It's 2 right clicks and 1 left click.
That can't be right. Spin the wheel thing.
All right.
You
So I
might have
have
to
like
use right-handed because that would make a deal.
so basically just 1 success, right?
Yeah, you need just you. Okay, so was that your roll? Was the 1, 2, 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I-
so
I had
because you. So whenever somebody is helping you or hindering you, you need to be the last one to roll because it actually reduces it from your pool, not your successes. So I need you to roll again, but you have 4d10 to the 5d10.
okay.
Sorry, it's just
I
how
was
this works.
confused by that. Sorry.
That's exactly a better roll. So 2 successes. It's still hard to get back. It
that
doesn't
2
lead
or
back to
3?
who originally hired him. Sorry, that's 3. Sorry, you're right. It still doesn't lead back to Yuri, but it does lead back to Yuri's boss.
Yuri, why would your boss be trying to interfere with our company? Have you gotten on his bad side?
I don't know. He just keeps sending me to work with you guys for some reason. And I was sent to LA.
Okay, Yuri, I'm actually a little worried for your safety because this accounting strain links directly back to your boss. Unless, unless someone was...
Technically, I will say that technically it doesn't lead directly back to the boss. It does lead back to Yuri's boss's shell corporations. Like, that's how it links.
Yeah. Okay. It links back to your boss's shell corporations. I mean, it's... Unless someone in your organization is trying to use us to bring him down, this might be indicating that your boss has a problem.
Well, I'm not sure. I know someone got killed a little before we went to LA because he put his nose in the wrong place. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. But I'm talking about the guy that was killed going after Haru's character.
Mm-hmm.
You think that maybe... Fuck, I forget that guy's name. Louis? It was Louis, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think Louis had a connection to your boss?
Don't know. I don't know if I really don't know if I know this Louis person.
Louis did have some connection to your boss, but they were not friends by any means. Way.
You guys explain that.
As far
I
as
mean, I can take some pictures and try to figure out and talk to somebody else other than the boss to see, especially if he's out for me. I mean, I thank you for your concern. I'm worried too, though, especially since I'm in these pictures. Hopefully, no one has anything out for me, but I'd like to find out and get it settled.
Okay. Let us know. This is so funny. Let us know how we can help you with your investigations.
Shadow Lord Yuri.
Yeah, really. In the meantime,
It's all about hits.
do either of you have any suggestions for how to redirect my little brother's attention from us? Namely from me, but seriously, I don't... He's convinced that I'm still alive at this
I'm
point.
guessing killing him's not on the table.
Would you be all right with someone killing Rose?
I mean, some days maybe, but not right now.
Yeah.
Lily, you are aware now that you are aware that it's going to be really hard to dissuade Anthony from anything. You're very aware of your brother, and you are also aware that he's been getting photos that confirm what he's long suspected, and that you still exist.
Can't we just
Yeah.
have Cece do her little thing on?
It only lasts like the last 5 minutes of someone's memory.
You're going to need somebody that has extremely strong mental disciplines, which you don't really know anybody. Not that Ozu favors. Eki might know some people, but
Yeah.
and
I
you
think I
have recently encountered some people that with extremely strong mental powers, but you kind of burnt down his house.
I have
Yeah,
another suggestion. What if we doctor your face just a little bit so that you look like you, but not you?
that might
And
be
we
worthwhile.
arrange an encounter that seems like he set it up, and then you just conveniently are not who he thinks you are.
That might be the best way to go about it. We could probably enlist Eki's help, considering that someone very close to my little brother is close to Eki. It might help to protect both of them.
We can have him make one of those book face accounts, and then your brother, he can do that, and we can make stuff up like he's.
Bookface?
It's the one where you're connected to people and people replace. It's
There
one
was
of
a
those things the kids.
There was a movie about a guy that made that.
Okay. So make like a social media account for this persona, which
That thing.
hopefully Hero can help me with the paperwork to make it look legit.
No paper.
Oh, I can make you a real person.
All right, let's make a real person who looks similar to Lily but is just slightly off.
Okay.
I
So
can totally do that.
Are we
is
going
there
to do this in
anything-
his office?
Yeah, like are
No,
you?
no,
you guys
we're
are
gonna
having
leave. Yeah, I think we're done here after wiping the computers and getting this information. I think we're heading out, right?
Make a, and I don't care who makes this, but one of you make a wits like subterfuge roll.
I would prefer if someone else does, because I'm only gonna be rolling 2 dice for that.
That's
I don't even know if
probably
I'm
me.
good.
You said with. Oh, look at that. I have my classic dice.
4.
4.
Okay, that's enough. You are aware that it's an office of private investigators. Usually you don't contract, if it's an office, you don't contract one private investigator, you contract multiple. You contract the office and then they assign it. So you're probably going to have to go after more than just one computer.
Let's do it.
Or we just burn the place down again. I mean,
I don't think we need to do that.
Fire's bad.
I think we've already garnered too much attention tonight as is. Let's go through the other computers and make sure that we don't miss anything.
Okay.
And you know what? Going through their computers, we might find some information that's beneficial to it.
Okay, so it's pretty easy to wipe a computer, but I need you to make a intelligence technology roll to wipe it as quick as possible, because there is a dead person in a car that the cops just shot up, who's very much leads right here.
Yeah, so are we assisting each other again, or
I will actually have all of you guys. Yuri, it's a 2 for you, but all of you go ahead and give me that roll, because I'm imagining you all split off to work on your own computers.
sure. And what are we rolling again?
Intelligence technology.
Okay, 2, 4.
4 again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll 40-10 on that.
And Harrow, okay? So Yuri is able to basically smash his computer to pieces. Lily, your computer is wiped. Harrow, you're having real problems. This guy actually has a good password. Like it's 14 characters long and doesn't seem to be like his pet or anything. Like you're actually having problems. getting through this.
Yeah, once we're done, unless we need to like book it and just take that computer with us.
Well, that's what I was looking for. Is about this time you now see the telltale signs of red and blue lights kind of in the
Let's
background.
just take that computer and get out of here. Yeah, taking that computer.
Okay, you rip the desktop out of the wall and or out like the wall socket. Not even unplugging anything, just rip. Water scatters everywhere. It looks like to Harrow, this is a travesty of subtle larceny.
Yeah, and we'll. If Yuri's willing to drive, let's get out of here. I don't want to have to run away on a tandem bike.
While holding a computer.
Yes! I mean, it's ridiculous.
And hilarious. Okay, so you guys book it. You were able to spot the red and blue lights in the background.
I put newspapers down before he sits down with the mud.
Okay. So you now have all the evidence is pointing that, man, Yuri's boss really hates you, Lily. Like, you don't know why, but geez.
Yeah, I don't know why, but he's got it out for me.
Maybe it's just.
Maybe he was actually involved with the mobster that I actually kind of jumped out of the window for.
Mm-hmm. And like maybe it's time Yuri takes us like to you. Like it would be much better if Yuri was the head of that organization than his boss was.
Yeah. I think I need to remove him in a way that puts Yuri on top.
Mm-hmm.
And I am actually going to discuss that with Harrow and Yuri in the car.
Harrow will actually counterpoint that Yuri would lose all deniability if we include him on such.
We could still probably make it happen in a way to take him out. Yuri would still have the ability to make it on top, take over this.
I don't think this is a good idea. I am not close to top as it is, so it might not be good. I gotta double check with boss. Make sure you guys.
Yeah. And I think that's where we'll leave it for the night. So, have a good night, everybody. I will...
Thank you guys for playing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I won't be
thank
here
you very
next
much.
Sunday, but I'll be here the Sunday after.
Okay.
So I'll be back on the 9th in the morning so I can play that night.
Sweet.
For the sun.
Hmm?